Gordon, give me a sec. Trying to make sure everything is good because I had to redo all my stuff. Always angry all the time. It's broken like a true son of the Red Angel. Give me 1 second. Okay. Yep, YouTube should be up as well. Trying to figure out. Hey, Mal. I'll pull up a preview so I can check my coloring. Trying to make sure all my settings are where I had them before. Wonderful salmon shirt. Yeah, it used to be red. And now it's not. Okay, I like that. Cool. That is passable. Twitch superiority, indeed. That nerd Gino's on YouTube. That is probably a correct assumption. I haven't cleaned these off my desk yet. I figured I'd show you guys what I was doing most recently, and by most recently I mean literally at like midnight last night. So I was getting to the point with the Terminus Knights that I wasn't really content with the just flat color palette of blue and brown. So I attempted doing some highlights with a lighter blue on the helmets and on the packs and on the pauldrons. And it doesn't look perfect because these are already finished models. You can't really see it a whole lot on the camera, but the blue does have highlights now. So there is that. Some of my Tau and then record the rest of my black tutorial. Devilfish boy. You like them? I wanted to make them pop a little more, and I wanted to make them more visually interesting. And I thought about trying to figure out a way to highlight the brown too. But I feel like just highlighting the blue did a ton. Because they're not Ultramarines. They're not Sons of Gilliman. They are Sons of Dorn, so I kind of wanted a little bit more of like a Crimson Fists feel to them. So I think I did the right thing. Persian Gray is just blue enough to highlight blues. Lighter blue is now giving me Celestial Lions vibes. Dorn strong. Yeah, so I think this is how I'm going to do these from now on. Is highlighting the blue. This one turned out probably one of the best. Because I just did a highlight on the top. So I think it looks pretty sweet. That's not what I'm doing today though. Did I miss any? Really? I have more models ready to go for them, but fun fact, these are all of the Terminus Knights that I have painted besides the Tech Marine. Because he didn't really need a highlight. Because he's kind of already got his own thing going on. But I guess you're getting a little showcase here of all of the models that I have painted thus far. I need to finish this Intercessor squad, and then I have a squad of Inceptors. Is it Inceptors or Incursors? I always get them mixed up. The jump pack ones. What are you talking? Finish the black tutorial tonight. I will hit that dang like button and smash the bell. I will. Question. Going back to your home. Hi, Threads. Inceptors. Okay. Yeah, because the Incursors are the Phobos Marines. Hello. Lost your mind farming Covenant items in Dark Souls 3 right now? What's the saddest Disney death? I would have to think about that. Gino made sweet art of you. It just looks white. Walt's death. So yeah, that's what I did. I just highlighted these. I think that's what I'll be doing going forward. So I'm gonna go put these guys back. They're just way more visually interesting now. They draw the eye. Okay. See the models turn in for the challenge? I did. Those were sick. Need an answer. Saddest Disney death. I mean, Mufasa's a classic, so I could very easily go with that. I did say hi to you, didn't I? Sorry, it's been crazy since this weekend because I had to figure out all my PC stuff, and it's still not done because I gotta finish doing the starting and ending screens for stream. I think I got all the actual stream stuff back up and running the way I want it. Is driving my Plague Marines around town. I'm gonna be multitasking because I haven't set up yet either, so I'm gonna do that. Oh, ignore me.
Can't be Mufasa.
Why not?
It's a classic.
That's what I said.
I know. Doesn't it? Mufasa helps. That thing. Everyone says Mufasa. I'll be waiting.
Oh, I know.
Hold on.
You can't share them. Why not? Jack's brother's death was pretty sad. I can answer now. Carl's wife from Up. I feel like that's a good answer. His name's Carl, right? I don't remember her name though. I know he says it, but I can't remember what it is. Think of a Disney death from a movie I like. You just like the ones where nobody dies. Yeah, Littlefoot's mom was a good one. So the patrons saw this. This is my most recent finished project. Working on Ellie. Working on DEATHWATCH. I made an Aegis for the Reliquary Brotherhood. I think he looks pretty sick. I'm happy with the way he turned out. Second, third there for the second to last covenant. What about Tarzan's parents? Well, you didn't get any emotional attachment to Tarzan's parents. The brother bear. The brother in Big Hero 6. Yeah. That one was pretty sad. Being a patron member is so cool. You get secrets. You do. You get all the secrets. Like the fact that I finished one DEATHWATCH. It looks even better on camera. His brother Wilson, bro. Dang it, he found the peephole hack. Trying to keep that a secret now. Stream the whole while I stream your stream. Streamception. Well, then we'd have to have a streamer house. And I don't have the money to be pulling out a mortgage right now. Good, honest fan. Yeah. Clayton and Tarzan, because you see his body hanging with the lightning ball, but he was the bad guy. Alright. So I do the undercoat in black, but then I come in with Vallejo black just to get a good solid layer on the armor. That, and I don't have a cool method like Mal. This is also Phobos. I haven't painted Phobos in so long. I have one Phobos squad. And it's my incursors for the Angels of Sorrow. We aren't hate watching. It's just morbid and creepy. Is it wrong to flirt with your friend's girlfriend the same amount that you flirt with your friend asking for a friend? Are you flirting with the friend and the friend's girlfriend? Is that what you're asking? I feel like that's totally valid. As long as I'm not the friend in question. The nice thing about putting this black on, it doesn't have to be pretty. You can just slop it on and it looks great. Well, maybe not great, but cleaner. Work with people's significant others. I did not enjoy painting Phobos. Really? I mean, I prefer Tacticus. Just because I feel like it's a slightly bigger palette. Or a bigger canvas to work with. But I didn't mind painting Phobos at all, but again, that was a long time ago. Like when I got the old Dark Angels Combat Patrol. The one that came with a librarian and an impulsor. And I still haven't painted the impulsor. I do have that librarian. I could highlight him the same way that I highlighted the Terminus Knights. Flirtception. Totally a flirtception. Let's coin that phrase. Makes the upside down pineapple. Flirting skills 100, but only when it's with the homies. And a battle sister head, she gets no pupils. Those chicks are freaking tiny. No joke. I painted eyes once, and I decided never again. So I haven't done it again. That might have actually been one of the models I ripped and repainted. The only models I've painted that have gotten eyes are orcs and my Great Unclean one. I guess my Nurglings will too. Like, get them painted at some point in the future. Phobos with the jump pack. It's a grav shoot because the Reavers have grav shoots. So they can make tactical descents. They don't get jump packs. It's just free featherfall. Without having to expend a spell slot. My D&D nerds will understand that. Oh yeah, so lore consumption update. I think I already told you guys that I finished Storm of Iron, and it was great. I loved it. Ansu is a Chad. But I just finished the Angels of Blood and Darkness, or Darkness and Blood. I don't remember. It's a collection of Blood Angels and Dark Angels audio dramas, and I gotta say, the GW audio dramas are not good. They're the sound design and the voice acting. The voice actors themselves are great, But the choices in the Foley work and the sound design, and we've had this conversation before. I hate anytime GW puts chain swords in anything and they choose just your average chainsaw sound effect, just a tiny little 2-stroke motor. Hate it, because chain swords should sound like 4-stroke dirt bikes. That's what it needs to sound like. Am I being picky? Absolutely. Do I care? Not at all. It drives me insane. Speaking of actually planning a paint day on Sunday. Invite my friend to come paint with me. To hold me to it. Might dip out for a second. Those streams going to do some VO work. Hold on, you're doing VO? Oh, for the painting tutorial. I thought you were like actually voice acting. And I was like, hey, I would invite you to do a voice acting collab, but that didn't happen the last time I wanted to do it. I wonder if I messaged him again, if he would still be willing. Should sound like an Indian chef on a stick. Do you want my weird husky voice on a project? I don't know. Should finish my Night Lord, but I have so many things I want to paint. I have a project. Keep at my brother's place. Like my friend left at my brother's. You did lose me, got a rage wave. Mal is voice acting, and Gino is talking about the possibility of actually painting. That's a paint eventually, so not so immediate future. It's not a possibility it's happening. Gino's flirting with the voice and the idea of painting. Hey, I'm still playing around with the idea. I don't know how I would organize it because my own schedule is so crazy. But I would like to have a semi-regular hobby hangout in the Discord where we just hang out and hobby together as a community or group or whatever have you. Um, but I can't promise anything because my schedule is so inconsistent. Well, when you blow up, can we get free cameos? Need to pay for them like God intended. Mel and I are chill, but I don't think I cameo any stuff. A pox upon your vocal cords then. Making face and little face to a spring event. Friends on. Yeah. Only 2 people here? No, my voice, I cannot. We die in a hangout, we die in real life. Hey, there you go. She might paint on Discord. Because then she's not subject to the scrutiny of the entire internet. Alright. Now, I am doing my black highlight. That is not nearly as involved as Mal's. You take some mid-tone gray. And you dry brush it. And it looks heavy now, but it'll cover up whenever I go over it with the wash, because the wash basically acts more like a glaze than anything. This way I get all my edges. And it's still gonna look decent. Okay. That'll work. Can't reach, you shouldn't paint. Painting the mini of the month? How should I read these messages here? Gino asking for blackface tutorial is wild. No, well, do it on your own channel. Already did dry brushing. I just did it better, so you don't even need the wash. This is true, but I need the wash because I am a loser. Gotta pick up a box of junk intercessors to test black tutorials on. Sponging. I do sponging. Really cool. All right. Sponging saves you so much time. It's one of the techniques that I really wish I started doing earlier. Watch the airbrush part one monitor and the dry brush part on the other and squint, and you can get a sponging tutorial. Okay, bottom to top. Never actually painted a Necron before, and there's a Necron head here, and I have an idea of something I would want to try, but I don't know if it's actually going to work. Maybe the look I want. They were glad my first mini was sponge to set the pace for everything else. Yeah, that would have been nice. That would have been really nice. I with my world eaters, I've started going all sponging. And I have no intention of turning back. Start our gunmetal. I thought earlier, just today, do I want to get into Necrons? And then I thought about it. Nah. I think I'm good. I like how this grenade is in a clamp. Executions, what, 90% sponged? What do I paint this week? Bring a new project with me to my brothers, or do I just say YOLO? Bring it already work in progress with me. I would finish something you've already started. The kill team. Can't paint an entire kill team in one day? That's loser talk. You can get it. Like, even the bones are sponged on that Master of Execution. That seems valid. Everyone says they can't tell my subtle shading. Well, shading you can't really be too subtle. But highlighting, that's where things change. Usually for the better. I do not know what this doohickey is on his arm. Not sure how I should paint it. Oh yeah, so back on the lore consumption, I started listening to the reading of Pandarax today. And there is a heavy Catachan presence. And the Catachan are pretty sick, if I'm being honest. Night Lords. I'm still working on painting my first guy for this game. Okay, well, with Night Lords, these would be my two base colors right here. So, undercoat in black, or prime black, whatever you want to do. And then base in, this is dark Prussian blue, the darkest blue I have. Or like, do like a navy or something. And then, with a sponge, come in with this magic blue, and there's your scheme. That's it. That's all I would do. And then if I wanted to do the lightning bolts, I'd do slightly brighter blue, like a sky blue lines, and then do the fine detail work in white in the center of those lines. That's it. That would be Night Lords for me. Ooh, to get a subtle highlight. See, I feel like that's too much work. Because if you go from the dark blue to the light blue with a sponge, you awesome gradient. Here's the progress pick, eh? Okay. I see you. It kind of works. Yeah, the highlights don't stand out a ton. But I think that's just because they might be a little too heavy. Just cave and use the AI slop thumbnail. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Just make your own. What software do you use to make your thumbnail? You a Photoshop guy? Curious. I'm really bad at thumbnails. Asking for a friend. I need to figure out what this doohickey is. Go with that. All right. Hi, Mark. How are you? Welcome in. Don't know what to paint. This bio board is taunting me. Dude, my entire Instagram feed has been nothing but the Red Terror. And I believe you are partially to blame. Another issue with my painting is I'm impatient and can't wait between layers long enough. I get that. Sometimes you just gotta. That's why I have a desk fan over here. So if I want the layer to dry faster, I just set it in front of that. Want to put smiley faces on all the spore mines. Hey, Mark Baker. Thanks for jumping in. Save it. I'm angry about it. Rage wave. Just got to get two going at once. You could do that. You could batch paint them. I see one before owning. I see one before owning one. Someone is gaining blunt force trauma and I'm getting a Red Terror. Gordon, if you find me the file. For the file, but again, blunt force trauma. That Thread's silly nickname. He shall be Yarn. Just look up legally distinct red nightmare or something. Why Yarn? What's the lore behind that? I kind of want that to be brasses. Make it brass. Like that. I like it. Thread is a string of cotton yarn is bigger than a string of cotton. Okay. You have Warbin because it's Morbin time. What I think of for some reason when I read Warden. Warbin time, also best part of that movie. Val is Malerious. Our buddy is chair. Our buddy table is chair. And I am fart plant. I accept. Can't remember the rest of them. Do the leathers or do the silver arm? Probably do the arm. A table with stool. Do non-metallic black? No, thank you. I am one of the few people in existence who just does not like the presentation of non-metallic anything. I much prefer true metallics. Fred is also Fred because English people can't speak their own language correctly. You know, that's valid. I can get behind that. I don't know a ton of English people. And the ones I do know are strictly through the internet. But I can definitely see that being the case. Did not do any non-metallic either. I understand that if you're good at it, it'll get you a golden demon, but I just don't like the look of it. And I have no hopes of ever receiving a golden demon, so it doesn't really affect me. Figure out how to wet blend. I'd be a god at painting. Well, if you use a sponge, you don't have to. Nara is Norman.
I understand.
I'm gonna have an aneurysm. Could win a golden demon on God for real, for real. Those are some high aspirations. Considering, well, you know, considering. Warhammer is my silly, not take serious hobby. Case in point, paint on sprue. Yeah, that's psychotic. Rather win a rusty demon award or my type of people. My people are the guys asking for spare change outside of Adepticon. Give me whatever award they get. Bin pizza or whatever. What if I did non-metallic with metallics? That would be a feat. That would get you some kind of award. What kind of award? I have no idea. but you'd get something for sure. Pastels with metallics. Then you will be on to something. Pepsi in a Coke can. I don't give a darn, Gina. Straight to the asylum with you. We'll learn how to wet blend and use metallics to make non-metallics. Do non-flat flats. Adding metallics and the non-metallic instantly disqualifies you and you go straight to the Shadow Realm. Or the last guy that tried, they fed him to the heavy metal team. I can do glossy matte paint. Been wanting to give that a go doing some cell shading. You do you, boo-boo. Whatever brings you joy. Except for murder. Don't do that. So you mess up gloss so hard it comes out matte, or you gloss so hard it comes out matte. Either way, it's a feat. Too late, I've already murdered her. Someone posted a thumbnail of the patron chat. Hold on. Yes, absolutely. Here for it. Click. Oh, it's not a link. Darn. You got me. I was properly clickbaited. A little darker. Make some black. Darker. Almost had him too. Real black tutorial was a friend we made along the way. I told you they fed that person to the heavy metal team. You're gonna mute stream. They live streamed it and wiped the VODs as full of their power. GW exerting their dominance. You know, as they do. Paintball season, and you know what that means? Paintball? I was an airsoft guy, so. Check out my rage waves on people. Good way to do it. Probably one of the healthier ways to do it. a sponsored paintball player, like competitive speedball. I'm sponsored by Primetime Paintball and Snowboards. Well, that's sick. I was never good enough to get sponsored. But I'm also not a super competitive person. I just liked going out and shooting airsoft guns. Look at he destroyed his pancreas to bring himself down to the physical ability of everybody else. You watched a professional paintball match? The way the dive and crawl. Yeah, just dump paint on people. Yes, please. I haven't watched professional matches. I've just watched casual ones. I played it once. And then my friends and I all decided we liked airsoft better. So we did that instead. Golds now. This last weekend, I was NLXL event professional paintball. A lot of really crazy moves. And the snake make me salivate. I also have chaos stars carved into every piece of my gear. Okay. That makes it cooler. Because chaos is life. Okay, I'm going to paint the head. And he's going to be ready for a wash. another long day tomorrow. Gotta be Gino. Have more to say to love. Talk themselves tonight. Can do. We'll see ya. A second to dry. Go in with coat 2. Finished off the section. You are now unmuted while I do some video editing. It's nice to have your attention. Alright, I'll pick the cauldron. Let's do Charlo. Just work it up. I think I'm gonna try to do what I want to do with the Necron after the wash. Now, I'm just going to finish the pauldron. He will be wash appropriate. To use my World Eater's method. Kind of. Sort of. Making a mess. Too late. It'll work. Very thin layers. Gotta be specific. You posted your stuff? Take a look, see. Oh, yep. Very prof. Dang. Yeah. You're a pro. Very nice. And carved chaos stars. Not everybody can say that. I feel like that's an achievement. The gods would be pleased. Well, you look like a pro. When I was playing Airsoft and I was in full kit, I definitely felt like a pro, but I was not. That looks properly red. Muted. Fine. Wonder didn't sponge off so much. Better. Oh, that's better. Bunkering people makes me feel like a pro. It's really just my violent tendencies leaking through. Rather get up and close and give you a stab than long range. Spoken like a true world eater. Why does Gino love people? He's going to bed, and he was telling everybody he loved them. And we tuck ourselves in for him. Okay. I got to look up simple. I can copy it. He loves people because he's a nice man that deserves nice things. I claimed you lied. Okay. I can do this. I can do it. 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 It'll be fine. I am not a freehand master. Or do I claim to be? This can go one of two ways. Either really poorly, or really poorly, but option 2. Okay. Fill it in. think ever says we kill suckers with 2 knives. It is way too small, I am realizing. But I don't know if I have the balls to make it bigger. Might be able to get away with it. I do like that a little better. I can make that work. Still angry as ever. Is there anything else I need to paint while that dries? Amazing. The whole thing with butcher's nails and making the brain only enjoy anger, what is called in real life a tumor. I have whatever that is. Feeling immediately after being full of rage is just bliss. The grim darkness, that not so distant miniature. And more guard I need to paint too. I may just end up batch painting them. We'll see. I'm definitely more excited about painting them than I am about painting my Tyranids. It's dry. All right, so one final thing, and then we'll be ready for the wash. One teeny tiny little thing. here. Up to and that patch painting is like returning to an abusive relationship you told yourself no more the last time, but you forgot. Well, it's not pretty, but it gets the message across. I don't mind it. Like the freehand, need more freehand, more mess ups, more anger. Well, it's not my prettiest freehand, but you can tell what he is. Rendering now, should give it another watch through, but I'm tired of listening to my own voice. Alright, I think we're ready for the wash. And after the wash, do the glowy bits. That's gonna take a little bit. Oh, did you make your pond water yet? Did you realize heresy before committing it? I have not made it yet. I don't have any place to mix it. I need to get some like plastic punch cups or something. It gave you clown juice. Right. Okay. So I think depends on what mood I'm in for my next painting session. So says Biovore, what do you think I should paint? The Tyrannifex next, or the Winged Hive Tyrant, or the Biovore because Biovore? I like Tyrannifex. That's just me. Also, you got me thinking. I might have shown you guys this guy before. This is the one and only Tyranid that I have ever painted. And if I continue, I'm debating whether or not to keep going with this scheme or keep this scheme and maybe refine it a little bit. Because right now it's just wash, base coats, wash, and dry brush. Unpainted. I do want him painted. I don't know. He was fun to paint, and he didn't take that long. Yeah, the more I look at him, the more I'm like, this was good. The bio vents on the arm looking like they don't have any love. Yeah, they don't. I didn't really do anything with them. I really just wanted to slap some coats on him just to see what he would look like. But going forward, I'll probably put a little more detail into them. But I have 19 more of these that I have to build or paint, and then I have 2 Ripper Swarms. A refined version of this would be Chef's Kiss. Posted and saw it was super quiet. Yeah, you usually gotta watch that sometimes because it'll either quiet down because of the compression from YouTube directly, or you had your main audio up too high whenever you were listening to the playback. Check the whip real quick, making a parasite of Mortec Tripper Swarm. Oh, that's good. I like that. But yeah, this is my homebrew high fleet, or probably a splinter fleet, because probably won't end up getting that many. They are currently in the engagement known as the Uthar Cleansing, which is they are currently combating my Reliquary Brotherhood, who are these dudes, who are my Dark Angel successor. They spawn Ripper Swarms if they take out infantry with barbed ovipositor attack. I really like that. Those guns getting squished. They are indeed. And I've got these OG Vanguards. I only have 2 of the 5 painted, but I'm gonna get back into them too. They were fun to paint, and I really like painting this chapter. And they are actually this dude's home chapter. He hails from them. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, so the Uthar Cleansing is High Fleet Nihilgear. Is trying to take the homeworld of the their White Scar successor called the Totem Lords, which are ones that I haven't painted yet because they would require a lot of kit bashing for what I want to do. So yeah, they're attacking their homeworld, and the Reliquary Brotherhood has arrived. Well, for their own purposes because they're Dark Angels, but they've arrived and they are assisting in the conflict. So, sneak peek, by the way, streamer privilege or whatever. Get a Ravener kill team, make it an even-ish fight. I'd like to paint more Reliquary Brotherhood. I only have no amount of points. Well, I've got a squad of aggressors, the captain, and the squad of Vanguard vets, but I'd like to expand. But yeah, 19 more of these, and then 2 Ripper Swarms, and that's all I've got for them. But I wouldn't mind getting more. I just have to get in the mood to paint Xenos, because most of what I end up painting is Chaos Space Marines or Loyalist Space Marines. One good shoot phase, and all those guns are gonzo. Yeah, for real though. With these aggressors, they wouldn't last. Ooh. Fucking dude. Good enough. Did let a little bit of pooling happen down there. Whoops. We're ready for the glowy bits though. Set here. No, DaVinci had built-in YouTube normalization. That helps. Yeah, it really does. They have a lot of great stuff in DaVinci. I don't know why Tyranids appealed to me so hard. The Lictor carried the whole faction for me, and now I love all of them. Okay. Let's do red light. Lens. Some more white. How do you feel about Death Leaper tricks? I like the look of the Death Leaper. Like, there aren't any Tyranids that I really don't like aesthetically. Just I'm not huge into Xenos, but they are warming up to me. Like, I have some orcs, and I'd like to get more orcs. I'd like to get some Tau. And the more Tyranid models I see, the more I want to get into them. Victor with skirts lore is awesome. That dry. And just because he is a flesh eater, he is going to get some goodies. And then we can do a little bit on the knives too. One thing I've really discovered with Blood for the Blood God is less is more. It does not take much at all. No pot. I do really like Blood for the Blood God, as far as technical paints go. Not that I can really speak on many technical paints because I don't really use many. And by many, I mean just the one that I use. light is going to be yellow. But with that, make it yellow, and then we'll throw some Seraphim Sepia on it. Mix it with Uhu glue to get great gore. Screw it, floating it. Finger tire, go to sleep. Use Armageddon dust, blood for the blood god, and typhus corrosion technical paint. After your stream, out of respect. Thanks, Mal.
I know it sounds silly, dear, but do it for me, please.
Very respectful of you. Wait for this to dry, then actually be dry. All right, let's throw some Seraphim Sepia on it. Give it a little bit of orange. Take hardly any. Good. So use Seraphim Sepia. I've seen people use it for skin. I don't like the way it looks on skin. I've seen people use it over Imperial Fist, and I don't like the way it looks over Imperial Fist. It's way too orangey. Because I'm one of those people who doesn't really like orangey yellows. With Imperial Fists or Lamenters or anybody like that, but I use it on my Purity seals, and it looks great. You put a layer of Wraithbone. I did it on this guy. I did it on these guys. Put down a layer of Wraithbone, and then Seraphim Sepia, and it looks properly dingy and dirty. I like it a lot. Then just go a quick dash of black. Add some definition to that. Oh, and I gotta do the E-pad too because of the company he's in. Use Wraithbone and Dekarth and Agrax. That would work too. I did try Agrax once on it, and I felt like it was just too dark. It's a little wide, but it's okay. Screamer pink with a layer of Magos purple for the wax. Watching something with Gino that made me eat them from memories. Statement kind of joke, but Gino didn't know about that. Regard that 40 has too much lore, even for the main characters. Yeah, that is an interesting thing. I think it came up in Devastation of Ball, where they ate brains. That was the only way that the chapter could figure out how to run the ship. Or was that Darkness in the Blood? Might have been Darkness in the Blood. I don't know. All the Blood Angels books kind of run together. Okay. Let's do the base. How did I do it? Oh, that's right. Okay. I don't read. Tell me Dr. Seuss said it, that I'd believe you. I consume lore from all aspects. So YouTube, books, audiobooks. Like I said earlier, the audio dramas, they're the animations. You will absolutely get the most lore out of the books. For sure. I'd only be slightly surprised he wrote lore for the 40k Blood Angels. But again, Force Trauma got me mad halfway through this. This base has to dry twice, so I dry the base coat, and I null oil it. I'm watching for real. How much longer do you plan? Should I bust out the Tau? I think I'm gonna call it after I finish up his base. Yeah. We were talking about these guys earlier. Against my Tyranids. Plastic. Just sell enough that I can just have one. Chief, you're only sparing poor souls. Yeah, I was showing Warden my Tyranid scheme and how I kind of enjoy it, but I'll probably end up refining it if I continue. And then I was going into who they're currently combating right now, which is the Reliquary Brotherhood. So. Ah. Yeah. But yeah, once his base dries, we'll probably call it. You like the orange? It's literally just orange fire with non-oil over it, and that's all. Oh, hey, Rankloud. Weekends are opening back up. Schedule a game. We're supposed to do? Yeah, we need to do that. Because we're like over 80 subs. That's not right. That was my 200 goal. Yeah, we're way behind. Like, way behind. Because I have some Space Marines that need to be fought by Blood Angels. The only orange I own is Rise of Rust. Airbrush paint, so I have to thin it down to be. Didn't realize that's happening. It's been like 6 months. That is not my fault, okay? Blame the other party. How are we looking here? Alright. Now we're gonna non-oil. We will fulfill goals on this channel. Well, we were supposed to. Because I did have a 200 sub goal, and it was going to be 1,000 points of my Angels of Sorrow versus the Fervent Storm. And that was like back in November. I just have to make sure whenever I write the results for it that it's a relatively inconsequential battle, so I don't accidentally end the Alpharan War, because I want it to be ongoing. Hey, Dentry. That rep for the channel. Sounds cool. Might do that with my wife's World Eaters. Kids, I found out I need to paint that captain like a slaughterbound. Out the sheets. So I can read what the units can do so I'm not blind during the game this time. That would be helpful. But also, by the time we get to play, 11th edition is going to be out. We're going to be like, what are we doing? Because we haven't even figured out 10th edition yet. It's going to be a while before I get 1,000 points of these guys. Just so everyone's aware. Ah. Should return everyone back to their spots. That bug me if they're not there. I was going to paint an orc, but I had already started painting the Deathwatch. So I was like, that's fine. You just give me the faction that needs to lose. My rolls will make it happen. Also, don't tell Gino, but I may have to remove the Transformers so I can have more shelf space. Because I desperately need more shelf space. Found a cool website that you can import your army list into and spits out a list of data sheets with references to prove it's correct. That would be awesome. Takes the detachment into account because it's included in the imported list. That would be sick. I use Battle Scribe because it's free. These two. Yeah, because the way I've written the Alperan War, I want it to be the current conflict that they're participating in. So if we do a battle, I don't want it to progress the story too much. I prefer new recruit, also free. Okay, bye. Almost dry. I'm getting some sun. I sure have. And it's not gonna stop. I work outside for at very least 8 hours a day. At maximum 13. So I get sun regularly. Sure, let's try it. Alright, call it dry. I guess I should explain what I'm doing. So I base coated with camo olive green, and now I will be hitting it with a dry brush of khaki and then a dry brush of Iraqi sand. Oh, and I washed it in Nuln Oil. I start working construction. I become plump and pale. I don't mind working outside. Heat doesn't bother me. Cold bothers me. I hate cold. With a passion. Okay. And there we go, friends. That's it. That list in general. It's all of the NIDs you own. Use it. Commissar for narrative 40k. Planning something. Probably going to join, so I'll test it then. Import army lists from any army builder allows. List builder allows you to. It's the cold of Washington State. Yeah, I just despise cold. To me, cold is equivalent to pain. And heat is just mild discomfort. Can't do the heat digging a trench from my pipe in the humid sun. Entire body drenched in sweat. Even the coldest, rainiest, windy days out on a roof are preferable. Maybe I'm a masochist. You just want to see if your body can take it. Alright, there he is. There's our headhunter for Kill Team. And yes, I also have a homebrew Deathwatch Fortress. If anyone was wondering, I don't think anybody was, but that's the thing. So, alright, well, I think that's it. Thanks everybody for being here. Pancreas not working has made pain a dull inconvenience until the pancreas reminds me of real pain. Video is up. Go, go. I will go watch it. Yep. So we're at 2 for the Primaris Deathwatch. See y'all later.